What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be focusing on how to increase your kicking power. 5 tips to make sure that when you throw your round kick, you're feeling that increase so that when you hit people's arms, they go, oh, it felt like a baseball bat was slamming into me. That's what we want. So I'm going to roll the intro and we'll get to all of these tips straight away. Tip number 1 for increasing our kicking power is to be super explosive with our pivot and to open that pivot all the way. If this foot I'm standing on only opens 90 degrees or less, the rest of my body is not able to turn as far as I want. So I want this kick, this foot, to turn almost 180 degrees, and I want to be very focused on doing that as quick as I can. I will demonstrate one slow for you. That's not what we want. We want, as soon as I push off the back leg, for this to twitch into place and to get lots of power immediately, more like so. So that is a fast kick there because this foot twists on the ground. You can't see right now because you're far away, but when I start pivoting, I rip the grass because of the speed and the intensity of the pivot. Really focus on this one factor when you start your round kick. If you pivot fully and you're fast on it, the rest of the body can follow with the same speed. Next up, I want to talk about increasing the ability to be explosive through your calves. Because if you're throwing a Muay Thai style kick, you want to keep your heel disconnected and you want to kick on an angle. That means that the calf is going to be very responsible for being explosive. Now, yes, you could just go to the wall and just do some calf raises, but I find those are far too easy now. So if you want to challenge yourself and you want to double up on the difficulty, lift your leg up, you can use a wall if you need to, and do calf raises off one foot. And you want to be explosive as you do them. I would suggest aiming for at least 75, maybe up to 100. Go to the point your calf feels like it's going to fade out, it's cramping up, shake it out, and then do a second set, maybe with a volume of 30 to 50. If you do that, you're going to get more explosive in your kicks because you're going to be able to launch off that calf. Tip number 3 is to increase the speed of the end of the kick. Once we get to this point here, the end of the kick is coming out with a snap. But if that part is very slow, if you don't have those quadricep muscles to snap that out, that's going to be sluggish and you're going to end up lacking power. So what you can very simply do, very karate style, is just lift your leg up, put your hand to the wall, and just go as quick as you can. And yes, that might be sort of taekwondo karate style, but it has a place in Muay Thai and kickboxing. Once you push off and you do everything else we talked about and you're about to hit your opponent, you want that snap to increase the power of the kick instead of just losing out on that ending, which is going to give you so much more power. Now, when we look at some of the hardest kickers in the world, guys like Miracle Crow Cop, we see people with enormous amounts of flexibility through the legs and the hips. If you're wanting to kick harder, make sure you're pushing your hip mobility. You can do this in so many ways. You can shoot out to your splits and just work on the depth. You can go into positions like this and push backwards and windshield wiper back and forward. I already have a video showing you how to increase your hip mobility. You can check that out up there, but this is a part of really getting that kick power down, which I believe is truly important. Now, for our next tip, we are talking about something very basic, and that is building up fatigue so that your muscles get stronger and you can kick harder. Very similar to somebody wanting to punch faster. You can do all sorts of fancy drills, but sometimes just going in and punching as fast as you can is what's really going to be the thing that makes some difference in your speed. So let's say I want to fatigue my leg out. What would I do? Let's say I'll go, for example, 10 jump squats. As soon as I finish 10 jump squats, high repetition, maybe I'm going to go something like 100. lunges, and then go back to 10 jump squats, and then 100 lunges, when my legs feel all wobbly and I'm going, oh, I'm having trouble standing on them. I have Bambi legs. That's when I start moving around and I start throwing full power round kicks. This is a very light demo right now just because I'm super tight from running stairs, but you burn your legs down with a nice little circuit, and then you go and you throw really, really hard kicks. And if you can do that, just bit by bit, your power is going to naturally just increase and increase and increase. Now those are the 5 tips, but I have one bonus tip. Everybody else tells you this, but I still want to include it. Focus on your technique. You can do everything else that I just said, but if you're kicking like this, like, you're gonna never get the same power that you will from proper technique. So focus on opening up that pivot, focusing on having your upper body turn with the lower body. Focus on one arm swinging down to create extra power. And if you remember to get that extra snap at the end, you will also increase your power. All of this will give you a round kick where people go, oh, it hurts so much when he hits me. Doesn't matter if it's low, middle, or high. If you can take these 5 tips plus the bonus tip of really perfecting your technique, give yourself about 3 or 4 months to really work everything, you will feel a difference, or at least your pad holders or sparring partners will feel a difference in your kicking power. And that is all from me today, guys. If you enjoyed the episode, please give it a like. If you haven't already, join the channel and get subscribed. As always, train hard, and I will see you back here soon for another video.